What's up, everybody? Welcome back, and thank you so much joining me here today. I am so glad to be back here on Facebook and YouTube. It is nice to come back and see everyone again. Thank you so much for stopping by. And today has been an awesome day, and I just want to take this opportunity to meet everyone again. And today I'll be speaking English. Most of the time I was speaking Mien, which is my original language. I have few requests from friends that they prefer me doing in English so that everyone in my community able to understand what I was talking about. I'm very appreciated for everybody that has been part of my life, part of my Facebook, YouTube friends / community. I'm just so glad and being blessed to be here with you guys. I just can't stress enough how much I appreciate and thank you everyone supporting me all these times and all these years. Today I'll be talking about many subjects, just pretty much everything across the board in our lives here in 2022, regardless of the war going on over there in Ukraine. We're still going to be talking about our situation here. But first, I just want to say that Ukraine, you guys are awesome. You guys are strong. Stay in there. You guys going to make it through. All right, without further ado, let's get to our programs. And today, like I said, I'm going to be just throwing out all kinds of topics, and I'm just going to be talking about random things throughout the whole entire video. It's not particular in any order. I just kind of like think out of my head and speaking the way I want to say it. I try to speak as natural as possible. You know, sometimes when you're in front of camera, you're kind of nervous and then you're sort of not speaking naturally. But nevertheless, let's get our program started. We are talking about how to be happy, how to live happy in your life. What do we need to do in order to be happy in this lifetime, especially in 2022? There are so many factors, there are so many reasons, there are so many things involve our daily lives causing us having some kind of lack of confidence, not enough motivations, too many things going on in lives daily that trigger us, making us sad, making us depressed, making us angry. Just so much things going on in our lives daily that causing all this stress in our lives. And today we're going to be identifying some of those things that happen causing you to reach your happiness. Okay, let's start out with talking about happiness. Happiness is something that every one of us are searching for. We are all trying to live happy to the best that we can. But happy can be hard and can be easy. It is up to individual. Every single one of us was born and live and raised differently. We all have different backgrounds. Everybody's happiness is differently. But we are all seeking for happiness in one way or the other. That just means it's going to be difficult for everybody, and everybody's situation is going to be different. But this is what I think, for me, in order for me to be happy, I must be able to control myself, such as my daily life routine. And that's including the food that I eat, my meals, how much sleep I get a night, and also based on what I'm gonna do throughout the day. And it is also depend on what's happening surround me in my life, such as families, friends, siblings, and such as things like that. All of those things add up, can contribute to my daily life. And I believe that we all can be happy and we all should be happy. Not everyone or somebody has to live their life sad and miserable. Happiness exists here on earth, that every one of us should be living our life happily every single day. But that's not the case in reality. So we have to face the fact that there's so many things that happen that causing these issues. Happiness can be anybody. It doesn't have to be just the rich people or just someone who is smart. That shouldn't be the matter. It should be every single one of us able to be happy. Doesn't matter you're big, you're small, you're old, you're young, different race, different region, male or female, you're old or young. It doesn't matter who you are. We should be able to live happily, achieve our goals, and living with our freedom, like the way we was created to be. And I believe that we all should be happy in one way or the other. And happiness should be in our own hands. We should be able to control that in our own hands day to day, and just plan your day carefully so that you can execute all your activities or your tasks on all your importance that has to be done daily, like the way you want it to be, like the way you plan to be, so that you can have less stress, have more time to do the things that you want to do. And at the end of the day, you have accomplished all those things that you planned for, and so that you can take the time to just relax at night, have a good night's sleep, and when you wake up in the morning, you have a good night's sleep, and you feel strong, you feel motivated, so that you can have a happier life on that day. You should be able to understand who you are, and so that you know what you want, so that you can create your own path to your happiness. If you are having a problem to find out what is making you happy, then you should take some time off, just think back and feel yourself, get to know yourself, understand yourself, what is really making you happy. Any passion that you have that makes you happy, you should go for it, making sure that you understand yourself like that. And that's the only way for you to reach your happiness, is to know yourself, what makes you happy, and go for it. Do it. Don't take the time. Just do it right now, today. That's the only way for you to know who you are and what's really making you happy. Just be positive about everything that's happening around you, no matter how bad the situation is. If something doesn't go right during that day, all you have to be is be positive about it. Think about the positive outcome of what's happening. It happens because it meant to happen, and it meant to teach you a lesson in your life. After this situation, you have a better understanding what just happened and how you proceeded and how you handle it and how you execute that problem. Just be motivated and be confident about the situation that you're in. Just be happy with it, that things happen in your life for a reason, and once you understand what it is, it's actually not so bad after all. It happened because it meant to happen in your life, so that you can have a better understanding what is going on in a real life, so that you can going forward and understand what is going on. If it's happened again, you know exactly what to do. And if you take it in a negative way and let it bugging you, and then you're gonna have a miserable day. You don't want that. You want to take it in a positive way, so that you have a better understanding what is going on, even though the outcome didn't come out like the way you expected. But at least you're feeling positive about it. You don't have that negative impact in your life. Take it positive. One other thing that I want to say is that in order to be a little happier in your life, you must be able to accept yourself, accept who you are. It doesn't matter where you come from, who you are, if you're male or female. It doesn't matter what color, race you are. Just be happy. Just accept who you are. Take the ability that you have, that you were born with, and create something special with it. You want to create your own memories. You got to walk down your path. You want to create your own future. That's the only way for you to be happy, is to not comparing yourself to anybody. Don't compare yourself to everyone else's success. You have your own success. You don't need to compare yourself to anyone. They have their own path to walk. You have your own destiny to go. You have to love yourself, take care of yourself. You have to be comfortable about yourself. That is the only way for you to enjoy living day to day so that you have a better future. Follow your heart, your path that you want it to become. So don't let anyone or anything distracted you for you to reach your happiness, to reach your goal, to reach where you wanted to go, to do the things that you wanted to do, to be who you want to be. You always understand yourself and love yourself and take a good care of yourself, making sure that you're in a healthier life, have a better life, and don't expect perfectionists. If you expect everything to be happening perfectly day to day, it's not going to happen. It's not exist. The word perfect does not exist in this world. There's nothing perfect and there's no one is perfect. So you have to understand that you're going to have to take it for the best the way it is every single time on just about every little thing. If you are desire for perfectionists, you're not going to be happy because there's nothing will be perfect. Doesn't matter how big or how best, how great, there's always going to be best and better. The more you want, the more you expect, the more you actually expecting to be happen. And when that time it doesn't happen like the way you expected, you're just gonna feel bad and feeling down, less confidence. Let's not go there. So stop seeking for perfectionists. There's always gonna be a positive and negative outcome on just about everything. You just have to take it, the pros as much as the cons. You're gonna have to understand that. And it's up to you how you see and how you proceed and how you accept things. So remember, don't ever seeking for perfections because it's not going to happen in this life. And pretty much all you can do is being positive, stay active day to day, just making sure that you are doing the things that you want to do day to day. Wake up in the morning, take a little bit time to think about today. What are you going to do today? What's your plan for today? Kind of like think that in the back of your head. Try to follow to your plan as much as possible, making sure that you reach every little things that you want to do today. Even if you forget a few things here and there, it's okay. Just let it go because there's always tomorrow for you to do the things that you are trying to do. And there's only 24 hours a day and you can only do so much today. And all you can do is do it to the best that you can within the time that you have. After all, it is only 24 hours a day. There's always going to be a new day, a different day, a better day for you to do the things that you want to do. Not everything has to be done all in the same day. You want to break it down little by little, execute one thing at a time. So by the end of the week, by the end of the month, you have, quite a few things done like the way you want it to be. Every time when you get into a rush trying to do things, you either forget something or you do something wrong, and it's going to cost more time and more money for you to do the things that you're supposed to do it right at the first time. Just remember, take your time, do it right. And this is happening to me for the longest time. I couldn't, be present and live on going forward towards my future. It's because I always think about the past. I'm always, living in the past. I've been living in the past for the longest time. I think about the times that I live in Asia, how poor we are, how miserable our lives are in Asia. We don't have a place to live. We don't have clothes to wear. We don't have food to eat. We are so poor. We're living in a poverty. Food and health wasn't the greatest thing in our lives back then. And when I think about a situation like that, it makes me sad. It dragged me down. I'm living in the past for the things that, I don't have the greatest education. I barely go to school. I pretty much live out there in the street. We were homeless for 3 years. just think about all those things. It is sad. I couldn't be present. I couldn't live going towards the future, because with that being sadness every single day in my life, I wasn't happy. I was all I want to do is sleep and be lonely by myself. I don't talk to people, talk to anyone about my situation. This is the kind of life that I have in the past, because we're a human being. All those bad things happen to you in the past, it will not go away. It's always remain in your head, in your heart, that every time you think about it, it gets you, it drags you down, because it is sad and miserable. So for the longest time, I couldn't be present and living my life for the future. So what I discovered lately is that in order for me to be happy, I must not think about the past. I must not living in the past. I must learn how to forgive myself, forgive everything that's around me, and forgive about everything that happened. And I'm not gonna hold grudge on anybody. I'm just gonna free myself, let go everything that I could let go. Just go somewhere quietly, just sit down and meditate and try to forgive everything that happened. Try to forget as much as possible all of those bad things that happened to me in the past. It really doesn't matter anymore, because it's already in the past, it's in the history. I must let it go. Don't hold those bad memories that holding me back for living my life the way I want it to be. The more I hold about my past and history, the worse it's gonna get. So it's stressing me out, but I was able to overcome those situations. And you want to be able to be present right now at this moment, today. What is the most important to you? So most importantly, that I'm not dead, I'm still here, I have a life to live, and I can make a difference starting today and going forward in the future. That's what really counts. So it hits me at that moment, and I'm starting to feel a little bit more positive, have more confidence about myself, have more motivations, just thinking about how am I going to live my life today and going forward. So I learned how to accept myself, and I learned how to forgive myself, and I learned how to let go the things that in the past. I don't let that bother me anymore, so that I can be a little more happier today. And I'm hoping that you can do it too. Learn to forgive yourself. Let go of the past. Don't let any of those things holding you back. There's no grudge going on against anybody. Just forgive yourself, forgive them, and forgive everything that happens, so that you can be free, so that you can be happy going forward. Some people, they actually living ahead of the time. They thinking about their future too much, how they want to live their life. They forget how to be present, forget how to live their life right now, today. To me, most importantly, the future is important, but I want to be able to be present. I want to be able to enjoy my life right now, today. That's like the way I want it to. So I plan to live my life day to day like the way I want it to be. If I'm just, living by the illusion of my imagination, I will never be happy, because that's too far into the future. You want to be able to have a goal, but you don't want to be living in the illusion of in the future, which is not happening yet. That's going to drive your anxiety go up higher. So you don't want that. You want to be peace and calm and living your life day to day smoothly, just like how you're supposed to be, just like how the way it's supposed to meant to be. If you're living every single day so busy, so stressful, everything just happened for so quickly, and it drives you nuts. It's making you angry. You're anxious every single day because you have so much going on in your life. Maybe it's time for you to slow down. Take it slow. Don't rush yourself into the future so much. You need to be here right now and living your life happily. Don't stress out about the future so much. I mean, it's good to plan for it, but it's gonna happen slowly. No matter how you rush, it's not gonna happen fast because it's still far ahead of you. As long as you are living your life slowly, happily each day, you will understand that your journey happens one step at a time. Every little things happen day by day. If you are rushing so much and be anxious about your future so much, that's gonna blind you. That's gonna stop you from living your life today. Today is the most important. Without today, there wouldn't be tomorrow. So that's all I can say is to live today happily so that you have a better tomorrow. The other thing that I want to talk about is beliefs. It doesn't matter what religion or culture you are. This, pretty much pertains to every single one of us. Every single day, every little things that happen in the world, you want to limit yourself about believing. It is good to have something to believe in, but you also have to limit yourself about believing the things that you see, the things that you hear, especially news. Some things are true, some things are not true. Just limit yourself understanding those situations. If you believing so much about something, if it's not happening in reality, that will hurt your feeling, that will hurt you, because you put so much thoughts and beliefs into it and it didn't happen in reality. That's gonna break your heart. It's gonna break your feeling. It's gonna harm you in a way. So just understand that the reality is actually different than what you believe in. It doesn't matter what you believe. If it doesn't happen in reality, then it's not good in a way, because you're believing in so much. You put all your thoughts and soul and heart into it, and it's not in the reality. Then it's kind of, what is the purpose of belief, So I don't know how to say so much about this topic, but I want to limit myself to what I hear, what I see, because it is not 100% to what we believe. The reality is the most important. It's just because something that you believe, it doesn't mean that it's going to happen exactly what you believe. And 9 out of 10 times, it may be happen like what you believe, but there's many, many times that it's not going to happen exactly what you believe and how you believe it. You must be strong and concentrate on the things that you want to accomplish in life. Don't let anyone distract you. Don't let anything, it's going to block you, stop you doing the things that you want to do. That means if someone or some people having a certain opinion about you, you don't need to worry about their opinion so much, because that's who they are, that's their life. You don't need to worry about what they think of you. All you need to do is just focus on yourself and do the things that you need to do in order to have a better life. I mean, there's going to be always somebody who have a negative opinion thinking about you. It doesn't matter what you do and who you are. They're just going to have a negative opinion about you. And you don't need to worry about that. And don't let that bother you. Don't let that distract you. That's who they are. They like to think a certain way about you. They like to put you down. They bully you. And don't let those things get to you. You are better than that. You're stronger than that. You don't want to let those things to ruin your life. So all you have to do is be positive, be strong, and focus on yourself, how you're going to improve yourself every single day so that you have a better life. Don't let anyone distract you, taking your attention away. You must be strong and focus on yourself, not them. Don't let that happen. You need to value your time. Your time is very, very important. We all exist in this world. We all have great amount of times to live our lives here. And during our lives here, we need to, value our time. and making sure that we use our time wisely in your life. As long as you allow enough time for you to do the things that you have passion for, stay with those activities, you will be happy because you're happy to do the things that you like to do. What makes you happy, that's the thing that you need to do. So don't waste your time do the things that you don't want to do. Don't waste your time doing drugs, crimes, alcohol, gambling, dramas, rumors. Don't waste your time on those negative things that, could harm other people or harm yourself. Make sure that you're using your time wisely every single day, whether you educate yourself or you helping your families and friends, or you doing things to improve your life. As long as you use your time wisely, making sure that your time doesn't waste it, that's all it matters. We all should be, value our times. Are you using this time to go after, do the things that you have passion for? Are you using enough time to give yourself a rest? Are you allowing enough time for yourself to do the things that you need to do in order to be happy in your life? Time is important. Time is running out. Don't waste any more time. Making sure that you use your time wisely so that by the end of your lifetime, you think back, you have no regrets in your life because you use your time wisely and do the things that you want to do. You achieve so much in your life. Every single day, you use your time, do the right things, helping yourself, improving yourself, helping others, and you're happy the way that you did that. You'll be proud what you did. In this life, in this world, we have so much to see, to enjoy, but we must not forget that we must enjoy our life by experience and explore all different kinds of tastes around the world. Every culture has a certain food cooked in a certain way that is so delicious. You want to be able to experience that, the greatest taste. Every culture is going to have their own delicious food for you to try it out. So if you could take the opportunity to eat a certain food that exists in this world, that's how you discover the greatest of tastes. And you want to travel as much as you can to explore this beautiful earth that we have. The world is so beautiful, filled up with trees and mountains and rivers and lives that we have here, whether it's plants, animals, and people. Everything that exists in this world is so beautiful. We want to take the time to enjoy it, enjoy this beautiful world. There's just so much for you to see, for you to hear. Any kinds of sound, like music, birds, any animals, just about everything that have sound in this world. You want to close your eye, listen carefully, because every single sound that exists in this world has its own meaning. Once you discover that, you're going to enjoy hearing a certain sound throughout the day. You'll be happy to hear a certain sound. All those sounds makes you feel a certain way. You will feel it. You'll be happy in a certain way. When I say focus on the things that you can control and let go of the things that you can't control, that means if the weather is bad today, so why you need to worry about that? It's the weather. There's not a whole lot you can do changing the weather, but you can do the things that you can control, such as stay inside or take an umbrella with you, or do things that you are capable of. If you focus on the things that you can't control so much, you're not going to be satisfied. You're not going to be happy. As long as you focus on the things that you can control, you can accomplish so much more. You can be much more happier because you only focus on the things that you can control. Things that you can't control, just let it go. Don't worry about too much. Don't focus on that too much. Focus on what really matters to you. Just focus on the things that matters to you the most. If you focus on the things that you can control, the outcome, the result will be much better, because it is the things that you can do, it's the things that you can control of. Anything that you can't control, try not to worry about it. Let it go, let it be. It's gonna happen anyway. As long as you focus on the things that you can do, the things that you can control, by the end of the day, you'll be much more happier because you was able to achieve what you want to achieve, because those are the things that you can control. And the other thing that I want to talk about is friends. Certain friends and certain people will harm you in a different way that you don't know. You want to make sure that you understand the people that you're hanging out with, the people who you involve with. That's every single day, you have different people, different friends that come into your life. Some come in to harm you, some comes in to teach you a lesson in a certain way, some come in to trick you, lie to you. You just have to be smart about people. You have to understand where they're coming from, who they are. Try not to let those people hurt you, harm you in a way. You want to limit your friends. Some of those people are toxic, negative people. They're not helping you much in your life. You need to know who they are. Try to stay away from those people as much as possible. You want to be around and be with the positive people, the people who are making you happy. Those are the people you want to hang out with. And stay away from toxic people, negative people, the people who always talk bad about you, behind your back. They stab you behind your back. They spread rumors about you. They use you. They lie to you. Those people that take advantage of you like that, you have to know who they are. You have to stay away from those people. No drama is the best thing that you can do. Those people can bring misery into your life. If you can avoid those people in any case. It is the only way for you to have a better life. Try to stay away from those people. The other thing is, try not to have so much options in your life. You want to focus on two things, pros and cons. When you have so much decision to make, so much option to choose, it's gonna get you in one way or the other. Try to understand the pros and the cons. And the pros should outweigh the cons. Try to limit yourself, not so that you have so much options. When you have so much option like that, it's gonna distract your decision making. If you only have 2 choices to make, then it's easier to choose. You have 10 choices to choose, then that's gonna take more time. It's gonna, create a certain situation for you to not able to make the right decision. That's all I can say. The less decision you have to make, the better for you. And we all know that first impression, it is very important, but so does the last impression. Somehow I think the last impression is more important than the first impression, because that's the last thing that you leave for yourself or you leave for others. When you think back to the very last moment, how impressed that is the most important, because that's the last thing that remains in your head. It's because whatever that you left in, it was the greatest thing for you to understand what just happened. So you preserve that, you accept that, you receive that inside of you, inside your brain, how you see things at the end. So it is very important to have the best last impression. It is the last thing that you will remember what just happened. So that is important. All I can say is, in life, we have to be honest to ourselves. We have to be honest to everyone. It is very important to us. Honest is something that you must give and you must receive. because it's kind of relate to trust. If someone is being honest, and you will gain a trust, whether it's you gain a trust from them or they gain a trust from you. Being honest and being loyal, it is very, very crucial in our lives, especially nowadays. So much going on in this world. So as long as you're being honest about yourself, being honest to others, that is the best thing that you can give, that you can ask for. Of course, in life, we want to work smart before we work hard. But working smart and working hard should be going together. Those two things should go together. Because by working smart, you're not overworking yourself. That is a smart way to work, and yet at the same time, you accomplish what it needs to be done. You don't want to overkill yourself because you're trying to work hard. So remember, working hard, it is important, but so does working smart. You want to work smart along with working hard, and that's how you become success in life. Let's talk about being healthy. Healthy is very important to us. As long as you're healthy, you have energy, you're feeling good to do the things that you want to do. That's how you live your life. That's how you enjoy your life. You don't want to be sick all the time and go to hospital all the time, and you don't feel good because you're not in the greatest health. That's going to stop you living your life. You're going to be sad, you're going to be miserable by staying home so much, laying in bed and being sick. We don't want that. To avoid being sick, there are a lot of things that we can do so that you can take care of yourself. The first thing I can think of is be active, do some exercise. That doesn't have to be like an hour exercise, weightlifting or anything like that. You just take like 20 to 30 minutes a day to do just a regular minimum exercise. Stay active, do something like that. That's all I can ask. It's just be active, do 20-30 minutes light exercise. That should be good enough. Of course, eating healthy is also very important. You want to limit yourself, sugar, salt, oil, bread. You want to limit yourself on those things. Those things, you want to have it, but you want to limit to it. Those things are good for your body in a certain way, but you don't want to take it so much. You just control your intake on those things. Focus on eating healthy, such as drink more water, eat fruits and vegetables. Those things can be benefits to your body. You want to have proteins, calcium, vitamins. All of those things provide great benefits to your body. Focus eating healthy and take care of yourself. Love yourself. Do some exercise. Don't be too lazy just laying on the couch so much. After all, eating healthy and staying active, it is best for your health. So it is something that you must do throughout your life. At the end, you will understand how important it is to keep your body in a good health. That is the only way for you to be alive, go places, do things you want to do. At the same time, rest is also very important. Make sure that you allow yourself, get plenty rest. You stay busy all day long, your body's active, you're doing so many things throughout the day. By the end of the day, of course, your body's tired. You want to have a good night's sleep, take a good rest so that you have more energy the next day, so that you can continue on having better day by day, each day. That's just how it goes. Rest is very important. It's just as much as everything else. So make sure that you take a good amount of time to give yourself plenty rest. The other thing that I want to talk about is material is not something that can give you a true happiness. Possessions was never a thing to make you happy. It may give you a little bit of excitement, happiness for that time being, but overall, in a long term, materials will never give you true happiness. What I mean is that don't just go out there and spend money just so that you can be happy. What I mean is, don't just go out there, spend money so that you can receive this temporary happiness. At that moment, at that time when you're spending your money, you are happy buying the things that you're buying. But in the long term, whatever that you buy, it will not give you the true happiness. Just remember that. It doesn't matter how big your house is, how fancy your car is, or how big your boat is. In the long run, those things will not give you true happiness. In fact, those things will bring miserable to your life, because your house can be breakdown and you need to spend so much time repairing, remodel your house, take a good care of your house, cleaning all the time. After all, it's not the greatest happiness that you are looking for. And no matter how expensive, fancy your car is gonna take gas, it's gonna take insurance, it's gonna break down, so it's gonna cost more money for you to fix. After all, it's not a true happiness. That's what I meant. Possessions was never a true happiness. So just think about that. It will come back to you one way or the other. What really true happiness is your inner peace. You want to establish what's really making you happy inside of your heart, inside of your mind. By that, of course, we're talking about relationship. You want to have a good relationship with your spouse, with your kids, your families, your siblings, your parents. Have great relationship with them. And of course, also have great relationship with your friends. That is the only way for you to achieve happiness in your life. By knowing that you have all these people surrounded you, that you guys can enjoy holidays, enjoying great times together. That is a true happiness, that you have all these people surround you, celebrating your achievement at the end. You have all these people around you celebrating all those greatest achievements. That moment, the true happiness exists. You will enjoy it. You will embrace it. You will enjoy that time. You will cry with tears. That is a true happiness. That's what we're all looking for. That you have these greatest people in your life enjoying the greatest memory with you. That is the true happiness. With that, you want to be open-minded about everything. You want to open your mind to understand about others. Who are they? Where are they coming from? What is their situation? As long as you have an open mind about yourself, about everybody, that means you guys can get along and be honest with each other, loving each other, take a good care with each other, support each other any way that you can. That is the greatest thing right there. We all humans exist in this world. We have feelings. We must love each other, take good care with each other, support each other to the best that we can. At the end, we're all gonna be happy because we love each other. We take good care of each other. We don't need to compare each other. We don't need to be jealous of each other. We don't need to talk bad about each other. All we have to do is love one another and take good care of each other, supporting each other to the best that we can. And that's all we can ask. So there are so much to talk about, and there's so many topics to be talking about. These are the things that I want to talk about today. There's always more subjects to be talking about next time on the next video. Make sure that you stay tuned for that. And I just want to say thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me, talk about some of these things. Some of this may not be pertaining to you. Some of these things just something that I came up with so that I want to talk about. But just think about it carefully, all about the things that I talk about, and then I will come up with more subjects so that we can talk about next time. And if you like what I'm talking about today, please give me a thumbs up, hit likes on the bottom, and subscribe my YouTube channel if you haven't yet. And I just want to say thank you so much for stopping by. Until next time, take a good care, everybody. Goodbye. Take care.